What's up with the squad? Back with another video. Y'all seen that, thought I was going out. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I've been saying her name wrong. Ilhan Omar. I don't really know. Don't really care. And the reason why I say that is because, and usually I do, but I really don't. She's a sick person, disgusting person. I'm not even gonna lie. The way that she acts, what she does is not okay. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely not okay. This post that I wanted to show y'all, and I find it kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. And this personally, it kind of threw me off. It definitely threw me off a lot. This is a post by Nancy Mace. Says Somalia's former PM calling Ilhan Omar their asset. Congress tells you everything you need to know. People are saying this is a national security threat. And she must be removed. This is, I'm telling y'all, odd. When I say odd, it's very odd. Check it out.
It is very important in Ilhan tayo Somali tayo meeshas lagu jirto. Qofki Soomaaliya oo aragtida.
Don't worry, I'm gonna say it because he's speaking English and different language.
Nin madow ha qaato kursigaas ama qof cad ha qaato qof moralkiisa kaanisi. Marka taasna waa ku dhiirigelinaya sababtan arrinkan ku.
Okay, anyways, I'm gonna show y'all, or I'm gonna tell y'all. Says it is very important that Ilhan Omar is a Somalian and that she is in the government for us. This is the former prime minister of Somalia, literally saying this. So this is what I find completely interesting. I find it crazy. I'm not gonna lie, and I feel like they need to be doing something about it ASAP because this right here is definitely insane. I don't know about y'all, and I'm not trying to overreact about it or nothing like that, but I mean that is pretty odd. You know, when I seen this video, it threw me. When I say it threw me off, bro, I was like, why are they not acting like what's going on? But y'all know they are. Says here, Ilhan Omar has shown us exactly, and this is from Nancy Mace, has shown us exactly who she is. She defends political violence and refuses to condemn the loss of innocent lives when it doesn't suit her agenda. Even the cold-blooded, assassination on Charlie Kirk is dangerous, disgraceful, and beneath the United States Congress. And people are literally asking her, or literally saying that she needs to be, obviously deported, removed from Congress. I'm not even gonna lie. This Congress, Brandon Gill, check out what he says here.
Just a few days ago, a member of Congress of this body, Ilhan Omar, shared a video on her social media account about Charlie Kirk's, and I'll quote what it said. It said, Charlie Kirk was Dr. Frankenstein, and his monster shot him through the neck. In other words, Charlie had it coming to him. The words that he said naturally led to his assassination. I mean, that is a reprehensible thing for a member of Congress to say, to suggest, to promote in any capacity. And there are people across this country who are losing their jobs for far less than this. And that, by the way, is a just response to acceptance and tolerance of political violence.
I'm telling y'all, one thing, and one thing about it, they need to do something. I'm telling y'all, definitely need to do something. Need to go. I'm not gonna lie, definitely need to go. And I'm pretty sick and tired of it. I know y'all are too. I'm not gonna lie. Not only that, this what got me. I'm sure many of y'all seen this video as well, of what she said inside of a church, literally, about Charlie Kirk, and saying not only about Charlie Kirk, but, the supporters of Charlie Kirk. Insane.
I do believe those of you who are interested in rewriting this hateful man's history are full of shit.
Thank you.
And they clapping. This is sad, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. This is definitely sad. I've been seeing so many other, I think I seen a video from Benny Johnson. I know y'all know who Benny Johnson is. I seen a video. Actually, I think he's I'm gonna show y'all a clip from Benny Johnson, actually. I had seen something about black pastors putting out lies, and false information about Charlie Kirk in church. And I just find it completely insane, of what they're doing, the hate that they're spreading, not only at jobs, the news, you know, the mainstream media, but also in churches. It's absolutely sickening, bro. I'm not gonna lie, it's absolutely sickening. Says that Ilhan Omar says she'll be traveling to Somalia soon. President Trump and Secretary Rubio have a great opportunity here. Spend her passport the minute she lands Somalia and begin revoking her citizenship. So she did put a post, I'm going soon, so please drop off the tickets on your way to your office. I'm next door. Thanks in advance. Nancy Mace put one-way ticket to Somalia with your name on it, Ilhan Omar. And she keep on, you know, she keeps playing. I mean, it's completely fine because they're definitely going to make it happen. Definitely going to make it happen. Here's Benny Johnson and Byron Donalds.
Ilhan Omar. So the vote to censure her failed. And then she is, because Congress refused to hold Ilhan Omar accountable, now she's out saying this. I have a 10-second clip to play for you. I want to get your reaction to Ilhan Omar talking about Charlie Kirk yesterday.
I do believe those of you who are interested in rewriting this hateful man's history are full of shit.
Thank you. Charlie Kirk hasn't even been buried yet, and Ilhan Omar is out saying that people are full of shit, and I'm just quoting this congresswoman, trying to rewrite this hateful man's history. So this is what happens when there's no accountability.
Listen, when it comes to free speech, you know, I'm an absolutist. This is where I do have a lot of libertarian leanings. What she said is disgusting and detestable. She didn't know the man. And I think, look, when somebody dies, especially as horrific as what happened to Charlie Kirk, the dead are not around to defend themselves.
Come on,
I think there is a semblance of decency and morality you got to have. People have died that I don't agree with. I don't run around talking about their legacy because they're not here anymore. You have to let the people who love them, who knew them, actually lay out their legacy. I think that's just a decent thing to do. So for Ilhan and others on the left who decided they're going to use this as an ability to lay a new political narrative, I just find it to be disgusting and reprehensible. You just don't do that. There are some lines you just don't cross.
Yeah,
and to be blunt, I think the American people see this. They realize how nasty this is. And this is why, forget policy for a moment. This is why the Democrats are not going to get power again for quite some time into the United States until they deal with the disgusting rot that exists in their party.
Should Ilhan Omar be censored? I mean, what should happen?
I voted for it. I wanted her to be censored.
Yeah.
I think she should.
Y'all got it right there. I'm telling y'all. Y'all already know Byron Donald's definitely a real one. Benny Johnson, been a real one. But I definitely do have to say, though, it literally is disgusting. I agree with both Benny Johnson and, Byron Donalds about it. I really do. Just based off of, they're using this tactic to make, the right look bad, I guess. I don't really know what they're trying to do, but they're trying to do that, or whatever they're trying to do to I guess gain more. It's not working. The hate, the sick comments, the things that you're like, it's not. And one thing that I absolutely, bro, this makes me so mad now that I'm thinking about it. Y'all remember Kamala? She went in church. Why do they always go like Jasmine Crockett did before? They always go to these churches and they say crazy, messed up things. I remember, it was the lady she went on The View, in the Catholic Church when Trump was in there, and they just say hurtful, hateful things. Like, they put out lies and they go to these churches and do them, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro, that right there itself is gross. It's nasty to do. It's very nasty to do, but God sees all. I'm telling y'all, God sees all. They go to I'm sitting here thinking like, she didn't went to the church and did this, and I'm like, well, it doesn't surprise me because I've seen others do it. I've literally seen others do it. I'm telling y'all, it ain't it. Check out what Trump has to say, y'all.
I think she should be impeached. I think she's terrible. Is she originally from Somalia? Yes, sir. So how are they doing this? How's their government? Do they have a president? Do they have a council? Do they have anything? Do they have police? I love these people that come from a place with nothing, no anything, and then they tell us how to run our country. No, I think if she got censured, that's great. If she got impeached, that's even better. They impeached me twice for nothing. And they impeached me knowing the Republicans are on my side, so they knew it was just, but they impeached me twice. She should be impeached, and it should happen fast.
It should happen fast. They're going to make it happen. I'm telling y'all. They're going to make it happen. She doesn't know when to stop. She doesn't know when to stop, and neither does other people. And my thing is that I truly, like, I'm being so for real with y'all. And I know this is y'all. It's probably been people that's been in this for a long time. But me personally, I just don't know why they sit here and this is the whole thing that's crazy to me. How do y'all find it so hard that somebody, that obviously come from the left, support the left, does this to somebody? Obviously, Charlie Kirk, then on the right. But at the same time, I look at the simple fact that he went, and again, there's no Democrat that's doing that's doing right now what Charlie Kirk did. He went I'm talking about all types of individuals, debating, doing what he needed to do. This is one person we're talking about that I've actually seen, do this. And I've obviously seen, different people. I didn't see Candace Owens. I didn't see even Brennan Tatum, go out, and speak, to different people. I didn't see, others do it. But Charlie Kirk, he was one that always went out and always, he obviously spreaded that love, and tried to get knowledge into a lot of people's head. Then change. I ain't going to say completely, but he put a lot of knowledge into a lot of people's heads, about it. Put, facts. People would come and talk about different things, and ask them different questions of this, and he'll lay the facts down on them, and they sit there and be like, dang, what? I only had nothing else to say. I really can't fight with that. You're right. So just a simple fact of like having somebody that strong, and that capable of doing something like that, I definitely feel them, Tyler Robinson, and I obviously we're gonna have a different conversation with that whole thing because I do find a lot of that sketchy. But him doing that didn't do nothing but make a lot of people that support Charlie Kirk even stronger. I'm telling y'all, when I say even stronger, like I feel like I really didn't speak like I wanted to, like before. But, and I'm being so for real, like I've noticed it now. I've literally had a couple people comment and was like, you speaking better. You speaking better, Recklezz. Like you speaking, and I'm starting to notice, I feel like, and even though like I hate that this happened and stuff like that, I just feel like Charlie Kirk put so much of a positive impact on so many lives. That's what I feel like. I really feel like he put a real, like, good positive impact, a great positive impact on so many lives. People that were even scared to say stuff on different platforms or, really say what they wanted to say. Y'all know if y'all watch my old videos, I'll be like, I gotta watch what I say, I gotta watch. Now it's like, bro, like, it gotta be said. Some things just gotta be said. Because people got to realize what's really going on. I'm telling y'all. Got to realize what's really going on. Out of here. President Trump calls for Ilhan Omar to be removed from Congress, as y'all can see. So definitely. I feel like we're definitely gonna see it happen. Not only that, there's so many other things that has popped up. Marrying her brother, some fraud going on. It's a lot of things that's going on. I literally just seen money over the years. And I'm telling y'all, bro, I definitely feel like it's not looking good for her at all. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I definitely appreciate y'all. Much love, everybody. Catch y'all next one.